So the real question is, what is wealth? Really? Everybody wants the outcome of the success. It's the difficulty to get there. That's the hard part. It has to be our generational mission to not just empower the self, but to empower others. The most exciting day of being an entrepreneur, I'm going to tell you now, is the day you decide to start your business. I want to belong to a generation that inspires young people to imagine a different future. I grew up without, I suffered, I was told I'm worthless. Now that I have it, I'm going to show everybody. Too many of us are too married to what we're good at, not what we need to get good at. I want to make it clear that this is your game, that you're not to be messed with. So we need to create a culture that says start. Start badly, start scrappy, make mistakes, fail, start again, whatever you do. Just start.
Why bother? Why go through all this? This is too hard. No, throw in the towel. It's not worth it. If you want a larger vision, you've got to empower yourself continuously, because life will catch you on the blind side.
If you want your life to change, here's the source of it all. Ideas plus inspiration. The good news is, ideas are not that far away. I've got an excellent phrase for you to consider, one that will serve you well for the rest of your life. Everything you need is within reach. The ideas you need for life change or business change are within listening reach. They're within reading reach. In fact, there's probably a library not too far from you. The problem is, most people pass by libraries. Very few walk in. There's a simple biblical phrase that says, if you seek, you will find. But it's very important to know that finding is reserved for the seekers. We don't find what we need. We find what we search for. If you will search, if you'll try, if you'll go, if you'll listen, ideas are within reach. And ideas are life-changing. There's nothing so powerful as an idea whose time has come. A business idea, a social idea, an investment idea, a good health idea. All you need is a specific idea to make an impact on your life. Ideas can help you gather treasure, gather equity, and gather wealth. 10 years from now, you can be right where you are now, or you can be in a new place. The difference between now and then could be significant in terms of money, lifestyle, treasure, and equity. In 10 years, you can enjoy an incredible life if right here and now you make a small change in your thinking to start you on the journey. The key is to start right now gathering the ideas and making the changes that will take you further along this new road. Ideas can change your life, and sometimes all you need is just one more good idea in a series of good ideas. It's like dialing the numbers of a combination lock. After you've dialed 5 or 6 numbers, the lock may not come open, but you probably don't need 5 or 6 more numbers. Maybe you need just one more number, one more idea. Maybe a seminar or a sermon can provide it. The lyrics from a song could do it. The dialogue from a movie could do it. Conversation with a friend might do it. If you keep your eyes and ears open, you'll find that one last idea you need. Once you find that idea, the lock comes open, and there's the door for you to walk through. Just one more idea, no matter where you get it, may be all you need to open that door of opportunity. If, however, the lock still doesn't open, you may be lacking in inspiration. Who knows why some people are inspired and some are not? Some people find a great idea and turn it down. Some people say that it costs too much. Some people say that it's going to take too much time. Some people are too busy. There are a lot of different reasons why some people are inspired to take advantage of a good idea while others pass it up. I call it mysteries of the mind, and I just leave it at that. There are some things I don't try to figure out. Some people buy and some don't. Some go for it and some don't. Some change and some don't. And if you've been around for a while, you can usually spot those who don't take advantage of a good idea. A man asks me, how come all this stuff goes wrong for me? I say, I don't know. The most I've been able to figure out is that those kinds of things always happen to people like you. I'll bet he's one of the ones who don't take advantage of good ideas. If he continues on that path, he'll probably never find the right combination. That honor will always fall on the ones who do. Like you. The consistent, disciplined, purposeful, constant search for knowledge. It's where the life-changing ideas are. Pursue knowledge with high expectations. Spend the money, time, and effort. They are all investments, but the payoff is so great it's hard to compare the cost to the reward. First is the money. Set up an educational fund for the programs, the books, the lectures, the seminars, and the videos you need for a constant flow of ideas and inspiration. Take a portion of your income each month and set it aside to invest in the search for knowledge. Remember, the best money spent is the money spent to cultivate the genius of your own mind and spirit. Make sure you don't spend more for frivolous comforts and conveniences than you do for education. The money is a small price. The promise is unlimited potential. The next investment is time, which is an extremely valuable expenditure. It's one thing to ask someone for their money, but to ask them for their time is a much more significant request. Knowledge takes time, precious time. The time you spend is irreplaceable. You can get more money, but you can't get more time. However, life has a unique way of rewarding high investment with high return. The major investment of time you're making now could be that small, fine tuning you need for major accomplishment. Last is the investment of effort. There is a great deal of difference between casual learning and serious learning. Learning that opens up the whole mental and spiritual process is truly an investment in effort. And this effort is the investment that opens the floodgates of ideas that can work their magic for you in the marketplace. So I don't hesitate to ask you to spend, in a deliberate and consistent fashion, the money, time, and effort required to reach your goals. These are the investments that turn on the lights, sharpen the focus, and start turning your wishes of wealth and happiness into reality.
Whatever you do, you want to develop technical mastery. You want to be the best at what you do. You want to master it. See, part of self-motivation is you've got to find something that gives you a strong sense of competence. Well, you become known for that. You develop a reputation of being good at doing that. You set some high personal standards for yourself. You're not competing with anybody else. You're just unfolding yourself to be the best person that you could be. That you want to give the best quality service that you can give, because that is a statement about who you are. You want to be relentless. When you want something, you don't expect everybody to say, oh, come on in, oh, you want this? Oh, great, we want to give this to you. You're such a nice person. You're doing it for your family, aren't you? Great. No, life isn't like that. No, many doors will be closed in your face. Many loans that you will want. And they'll say, no, you don't have enough collateral. You don't have enough credit. And most people will give up. But you've got to decide that I'm going to be fearless. I refuse to be denied. And I'm going to go all out. I'm going to be relentless. I don't care how many no's I encounter. I like something Isaiah Thomas said when he's getting ready for a basketball game. He said, I'm going to either shoot us in or shoot us out, but I'm not going to not do anything. And that's the way to go. You can't make a basket unless you shoot the ball. You can't hit a home run unless you take a swing at it. Most people won't even take a swing. Well, I probably won't make it anyhow. That's the conversation within. They probably won't give it to me anyhow. If you want something, you've got to be relentless. You've got to decide, I deserve this, and I'm going to have it. And you go all out to get it. That drives you. The next thing is that when you want something out of life, you've got to be willing to go into action. Don't wait around for things to be just right. Don't wait for things to be perfect. Don't wait for the ideal situation. It will never be ideal. There will always be a reason. Well, as soon as the children grow up, as soon as I pay my bills, as soon as I get my divorce, as soon as I get enough money together, do what you can, where you are with what you have, and never be satisfied. A lot of people never take a chance in life. They don't want to take any chances. They want the situation to be ideal. See, that's not walking by faith. That's walking by sight. If I can see it, I'll do it. No. A lot of people say, if I can see it, I'll believe it. No. If you believe it, you can see it. And don't be disturbed because no one else can see it. That's not unusual. That is ordinary. But because you want some different kind of results in your life, you've got to be willing to be unreasonable. If you want unreasonable results in your life, you've got to be willing to be unreasonable. Part of being unreasonable, you don't judge according to appearances. Part of being unreasonable, you can see it because you believe it. That's part of being unreasonable. Part of being unreasonable, you're like Paul, who said, you must have the faith to call forth those things that be not as though they were. That's part of being unreasonable. Most people won't do that. Most people say, call me when you get it together. Then I'll support you.
But you know that in order for you to get where you want to go, this is one of the hoops that you have to flip through. And I'm saying to you, whatever you got to do it, because if you don't, life is going to whoop you until you surrender and say, okay, all right, I cooperate, okay, I learned, okay. It had to wear me out a long time. So if it's hard, then do it hard. Now, how do you hang in there during the hard, difficult times? Les, you must have faith. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your abilities. You've got to believe in your service, your company, your ideas, unquestionably. You've got to have faith, and that faith gives you patience. That it's not going to happen as quickly as you want it to happen. A lot of things are going to happen that will catch you off guard. And so therefore you've got to deal with and handle it as it comes. And not only that, but that faith and patience drives you into action. You've got to keep moving and keep plugging away. In the Far East, they have something that's called the Chinese bamboo tree. The Chinese bamboo tree takes 5 years to grow. They have to water and fertilize the ground where it is every day. And it doesn't break through the ground until the 5th year. But once it breaks through the ground, within 5 weeks, it grows 90 feet tall. Now the question is, does it grow 90 feet tall in 5 weeks or 5 years? The answer is obvious. It grows 90 feet tall in 5 years. Because at any time, had that person stopped watering and nurturing and fertilizing that dream, that bamboo tree would have died in the ground. And I can see people coming out talking to a guy out there watering and fertilizing the ground that's not showing anything. Hey, what you doing? You've been out here a long time, man. And the conversation in the neighborhood is, you growing a Chinese bamboo tree, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Well, even Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder can see ain't nothing showing. You know that's how people are going to do you. So how long you been working on this? How long have you been working on your dreams? Good. And you have nothing to show. This is all you got to show. People are going to do that to you. And some people, ladies and gentlemen, they stop. Because they don't see instant results. It doesn't happen quickly. They stop. Oh, no. You got to keep on watering your dream. And when it began to happen, they stopped laughing. They said, look. Whoa, look here. Look how, hey, man, you know, I know you can do it. Look here, you got a job here? You know what I discovered? When you're working at your dream, somebody said the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. Oh, it's sweet to me. It's good to me.
Hello guys, how we doing? Hope we're good, hope we're fine. Just a quick sound check. I want to be sure that you guys can not just see me, but you can hear me clearly and the sound is perfect on your end. So let me know if you can hear me clearly. Drop a comment. Let me be sure about that. Welcome to episode 52 of the Crypto Capital Show, and let's get right to it. So quickly, we're looking at weekly market analysis and an overview projection of what we are looking out for the week and what is to come. Amazing. Okay, I can see our comments. I can hear you, Master, loud and clear. Perfect audio. See, the sound is good. Perfect audio, loud and clear. Awesome. Okay. So let's quickly talk about weekly market review and whatnot. So basically, if you were in the bull run group, also if you've been joining any of the previous live streams, I could have mentioned this a few times, but I actively update on a daily basis whatever is happening in the market in the bull run group, and that's one of the reasons why you should endeavor and do everything you can to be there as well in real time still, because I know I'm going to do an overview of what we're looking at for the week, and it may not be enough, especially if you do not know what to do on the daily basis, and there could be swings plus minus in each of these projections. But if you're in the bull run group, most times I give like, okay, I'm entering the market, okay, I'm out of this trade and all this as well. It's going to be an extra advantage for you. But that being said, I mentioned the first week of March is going to be a bullish trap. It's literally so interesting whatever we're seeing in the markets. What we're seeing in the market right now is crazy, right? Every single if you can see, you can recall I said the first week of March is going to be a bullish trap. It's going to be a bullish trap, and when we get to that, that's what is happening right now. Every single person who's believing the market is now bullish. Everyone is now calling for an altcoin rally, this what rally, that what, and these are things I've already talked about way before now. This is just the 2nd of March, and this is what we're experiencing right now. And it just shows you how the 90% of the crypto market is being fueled by what we call emotions. FOMO, FORD. There's an adrenaline rush in the space, right? It's intoxicating a lot of people, and sometimes it also shows a certain level of, should I use the word ignorance? I don't want to sound a little bit but let me just use the word. It also shows a certain level of ignorance in the space, right? With whatever is happening. But that being said, I think if you check in real time, the market has been going really ballistic as well. So a couple of the long positions I entered, I have left it because it's actually hits the TP zones I've been projecting for. Majority of them I see the TP zone, specifically because I know I gave Solana to the bull run group. I gave Ripple. These were like the two major coins I said we are going to be looking out through into this run is Solana and Ripple as well. And we got in on them, and they've hit our TP levels interesting. And I have actually closed my positions on Solana. I've closed my positions on Ripple as well. I posted all that on the bull run group. But we're quickly going to look at the chart briefly because we're having an interesting one. So I don't know people, for those who are not, so for the sake of people who are not probably in the bull run group and all that as well, I want to see if I can share the screen. Okay. Coming. So I want to be sure, I want to test something to be sure that okay. It's okay. So I think this is how I'm going to do it. I'll have to share the whole screen so everyone can see it without So just in case for people who do not know whatever is going on, why is the market moving up so crazily? So I just want to give everyone that benefit. So, okay. Okay, so here we go. So this is the bull run group, right? So if you see here, I posted a couple of the updates on what is happening. Trump just made an announcement that's pumping our picks. Solana and Ripple will always be on the side that prints. Trump announced that a United States crypto reserve will elevate the critical industry, and that the United States is going to become the crypto capital of the world. So he directed the presidential working group to move forward in launching a crypto strategic reserve that will include Ripple, Solana, and other, right? He also stated that any crypto company coming to the United States will receive $1 billion investment, which the US will not sell for a minimum of 25 years. He also announced that he loves BTC and Ethereum and other valuable currencies will be at the heart of the reserve. Especially Ethereum reserve is also coming. But he also announced, the third thing he also stated, that the United States will be purchasing $1 trillion worth of Bitcoin over the next 4 years. 1 trillion. That is crazy bullish news, right? I'm just sharing it from the bull run group so we could see what I posted it right there on the bull run group, right? It's crazy. That's a crazy fundamental right there. Crazy news. So that is what is characterizing the massive move in the market, that is just blending with whatever we're projecting for, whatever we've already analyzed and forecasted. So it is just allowing it playing out, right? Whatever we've already forecasted and talked about, just playing out in real time. And thanks to our crypto president Trump for making us enjoy the party and allowing my trades to hit TP. All our trades to hit TP, right? So you see here we talked about so now this is something that's very interesting, right? There's a lot of orders from 90K, 92K, 93K, even as high as 96K. There are orders that needs to be filled. And so it is not dramatic that the price is extending a bit higher into the zones, higher, and just breaking the levels initially and stuff. And the truth is, if we go to okay, let me say something. So the truth is, if we go to what do you call it? If we go to the this chart, when you look at this chart, there's something very funny that is happening here. And whenever you look, if you try to look through time, right? If we want to go back into years and days and go and try to scroll down to see, okay, where can I see a CME gap? Where do I see a CME gap? One of the things you notice about every time there is a CME gap is that it's always fully filled up, right? It's fully filled up. But what's interesting is this CME gap is not fully filled up. It's not fully filled up. See here, price didn't get to 77K. It didn't get to 76K. It just got to 78K 500 and stuff. So and these are the level I actually talk is going to get to, right? I talk about 78K and stuff, and that we can place a limit there. I think a couple of persons, especially those in the bull run group, actually made the next a couple of them got that entry, and it's a really like good entry and profit and stuff. And we're looking at entering a short zone, entering a sell, but not in a hurry, right? Not in a hurry. Why are we not in a hurry? We're not in a hurry because what's the word to use? We're not in a hurry because I mean, Trump just gave a very interesting announcement, right? He just gave a very interesting announcement and that announcement is a very, very bullish one. It's a foolish thing to go against when the most influential man in the world is coming out and saying everybody should buy Bitcoin, and then you decide to go and sell Bitcoin. Isn't that foolishness, right? So we don't want to be foolish. We want everybody to buy, and we know that whatever everybody's buying is still feeding into the order books. That's only giving us an idea that we're still going to go down again. So when everyone is done buying, we can now start, right? We don't allow the pressure of the masses can destroy your little $100, $200, $1,000, $2,000, and you do not really want that for yourself. So we want to be on a very, very, very safer side as well. So like I stated here, let me share that part of the screen again. Come in. I'll have to look for it. So it may be like the entire screen, right? Like I did initially. Okay. So there was something I posted, okay, here, when I posted for a quick reference, so many altcoins have actually failed. Sell order positions after they fail. They're going to chop and stay for a flat for a couple of days till the date I gave. When it's flat, it means it's going to range for days. And I'm not interested in trading when the market is choppy, but when it is trending, means there will be smooth movement, and that is the time we are going to trade. But I'm waiting for an SFP, which I will explain during the live stream. So I'm going to talk what an SFP means for those who don't know. So I said earlier, regardless of, this was a few days ago, right? And I think this was February 28th. Regardless of bullish or bearish close tonight, I'm talking about the market close. March 5th is the threshold to exit leverage longs. It can be plus minus, meaning if it gets to 88k zone fast, fine. This was the 88k zone was the first level looking out. Then maybe Ripple so should have got into possible short zones. But if it doesn't, then BTC may range for a few more days, giving odds the room to rally a bit, to go up a bit, which means until it is time to short BTC, we aren't going to short any alt. Simple, right? And I think I have a Zoom with those in the private, in the bull run group on March 5th as well, where we'll dive into the markets. Okay, so March 5th was the date I gave them, and the March 5th is still the same day. So we're looking at, when I say plus minus, is plus minus actually, whenever I'm giving to plus minus, I'm referring to, usually I always talk about it could be 2 days before, 2 days after. So plus minus, you could be looking at 4th, 5th, right? Or 6th, 4th, 5th, or 6th, 5th, 6th, right? Plus minus is like 4th before the 5th, plus is like 6th before the 5th as well. So we're looking at the next couple of days. So, but the market is in that full momentum, and in a couple of hours time, the market is going to be open. Now, imagine with whatever is going on now, a lot of the financial market, the forex market is not open at all. And because it's not open at all, a lot of people have not been able to buy. So when it's open, a lot of people are going to buy, right? So we want to wait for all that hula baloo is going to go on as well. Once it's done, we can now be looking out for, okay, what could happen later on as well. Overall, the sentiment, basically, it's there are two things that matter. So you should just note these two things I want to make emphasis on. Two things here is, we're still in a bearish structure. We haven't had a break of structure yet. And until we have a strong break of structure to the upside, you cannot say the market is out of the woods yet, right? That's number one. Number two, where do you want to buy for the bull run? Timing is very important, and we're still expecting that Bitcoin is still going to get down to 78k, 77k, 76k, 77,000, 76,000. Maybe we may even see 72,000. I do not know. That's not set in stone, but 76k set in stone, 77k set in stone. So 77k, 77k, 76k. These are like what's it called? Important 77k, 76k is important levels that still needs to get to. So whatever is happening right now, in the next couple of days, we should be done with, and we should begin a journey. So you have those two things in mind. until we see proper reconstruction to the upside, there is no bullish market, right? It is still all the same bullish trap I talk about. So the enjoyment is going to be for a while. Have that party as well, but do not lose guard. The bull run is not necessarily in the month of March. March is all about positioning. March is all about positioning. Profits is going to start megally in the month of April. Money is going to be made in March, right? A lot of money is going to be made in March, especially if you're in the bull run group. You're going to make a lot of money. So make sure you are there. If you're not in the bull run group, make sure you're there so you not be confused like the rest of people in the market right now. See what is going on. Every influencer, every person that they're posting about the market is green, this is coming down. Everybody's going to go crazy, right? It's just what is going to happen in the market. It's a usual thing. And that's already what's happened already. And we already know what is happening, what is going. This is things we forecasted before time. So we're just enjoying and ripping off its roots and then know when to chill. You're not in a hurry. You know when to chill. You know when to be aggressive. We're not in the time of being aggressive. When you want to really be aggressive, maybe from April or so, the market, and this is something people don't know. In case you do not know, the bull run is not going to be more than 6 months, right? 6 month mark and the bull run is done. We have April, May, June, July, August, September. After 6 months, we are going to enter what we call a trader's speculative market, a trader's speculation market. Remember what I used to talk about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, about where crypto market is evolving to. The structure of crypto market, where it's evolving to, becoming a trading speculative market like the foreign exchange market. That thing I've been talking about is going to start taking into effect in the next 6 months, preferably when BTC tops out around we have August, September. So around August, September, when BTC tops out. So moving from the next 6 months, we have April, May, June, July, August, September. From October, we're entering a structured market, which is going to be totally different. So if you have been playing around, if you've been joking with your life, I mean, probably just continue to keep on joking. Maybe you're not meant to get rich this month, or you're not meant to get rich this year per se. Maybe you're meant to be rich another time. So it's up to you. Up to you. So let's quickly get back to this. So okay, I talked about the SFP. So what is the SFP? So SFP means a swing failure pattern. A swing failure pattern. We need to see a swing failure pattern take place. We need to see that take place. Until we see that take place, I can't enter a sell, right? I can't enter a sell until you see that take place. So we want to see a swing failure pattern take place around this area, around these levels, and then we can now start looking out for, okay, it's time to enter a sell position as well. So obviously, if you are in the bull run group, I'm going to definitely drop as always, as usual, when I am in on that as well. So basically, that is the overview. So let's look about. So the question now is, are there possible trade opportunities, right, in real time? Because already we've taken some trades already. We've been in profit already. Majority of the profits and trades are actually closed, right? So the question now is, so even if you're trying to short now, we're going to look out for they're going to be longs, right? From Monday to Wednesday. Mondays is what's Monday again? Mondays is like Mondays is third, right? Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesday. This is till 5th. Till 5th, we're good to go. Mondays. So but I feel like we're gonna enter like a major big short, basically after the weekend that follows, right? After the weekends that follows. So even if I think FOMC day is also a very key day, right? FOMC is a very key day. So even if it drops now it's gonna see like pump, right? It's still gonna pump. So there's no point of being in a hurry. There's no point of rushing as well. So and this another funny thing is, there's a lot of people right now that there's a lot of funny thing, and how do I say this now? A lot of people, if you're among the people who are feeling FOMO, you're so much FOMO right now, you want to, it's I don't know what to say to you, because basically I already talked about the first week of March. The first week of March is going to be bullish. The first week of March is going to come. So if you know I've already said this around you, I don't know why it's going to be interesting to you, and you should now start thinking otherwise. I mean, I don't know. If I did not tell you that the first week of March is not going to be bullish, then that's a different ballgame. But if I told you that the first week of March is going to be bullish, but that bullishness you will see in the first week of March will be a trap, that's the big ball game, different ball game together. So if you want to be trapped, fine. If you don't want to be trapped, but all together we're just in a scalping intraday opportunity. So there's going to be more scalping and intraday opportunities all through from now to Wednesday, and after that,
Suffered. I was told.
Sorry. Okay, possible trade opportunities. So let's quickly look at the chart. But this is the funny thing here. Looking at Ethereum, right? I want to see a swing failure pattern. A swing failure pattern. And I'm going to explain a little bit of what that pattern looks like. And if I don't see that pattern, I may not more necessarily want to take. So there are orders here, 2600. There are orders, it could go as high as 2650. There's two purple lines on Ethereum. So this means from now to coming, I'm looking for something to use to do like a drawing. From now to unfortunately, I can't see what I'm looking for, but I'll just have to explain. But from now to Wednesday, the whole activities and craziness we're going to be in all this area, right? 2600, 2650, and whatnot. But since I can't see what I'm looking for, I'm going to just do a drawing. So this is what I would love to see. So this is an example of a swing failure pattern. A swing failure pattern is when there's a failure to make a next high, then you enter in on the break. So this is what I want to see, this pattern play out on Ethereum. Then it's going to give me confidence to enter in on a sell, which probably is going to take place later on. But you could just have that in mind. And then there is a coin called so funny enough, I had a limit set for this, right? But this was one of the plays I gave to the bull run group to Solana. I had a limit set for this. This is a 1 to 7 RR. And I had a limit set for this here, which has already been triggered, which I might close it after this session. I'm definitely going to close it because it's just, anything is just a scalp. So as the market goes, when the market opens now, there might still be more levels of buys. But one of the things you should also know is the market is going to definitely open with a gap. So there's going to be a CME gap, right? Bitcoin is going to open with a CME gap, and that CME gap must be filled, right? It must be filled. Must be filled. So this is one of the, so apart from BTC, Ethereum, I have WIF, right? And I have a limit set for this actually. Not have a limit set for this. So it's already like almost in a critical level. Actually 7858 is a very critical level. But I decided to set my entry a little bit above it at 79 because I just feel like what if there's a possibility that it decides to want to break to the stop loss area and before it goes down as well. So I just have it here at that 7 number 7-8. Let me have a drawing. 7-8 68. So that's 7-8 68. 7-8 68 is actually like a cool level, right? And within 7-8 68, 7-9 63, it's cool levels I'm looking out for with but overall the market, one would have to if you look at the BTC CME is at 85,000, right? And then BTC is at 93,000. What does this mean? It means that there's going to be a big gap here, a big void here. So that means when the market opens, we may see some level of pullbacks to fill that gap, and maybe the market starts stalling. It starts stalling. If not, it starts stalling if it doesn't want to go a bit higher around here. Start stalling around this range till Wednesday as well. Remember, BTC does not move impulsive every day. It ranges for a few times and then that moves impulsive. So if you look from here, this is the 2nd of February, from the 31st of January to the 3rd of February, it moved impulsive and then started ranging for 1 week, ranging for 2 weeks, ranging for this period of time, and then it moved impulsive again, and then ranged for a couple of days, and then started moving impulsive from the last couple of days, just last week till now. I'm moving impulsive again. So once it's moved impulsive for this range, it ranges for a few days and then continues as well. So overall, this is going to be our major buy zone this what's it called, this month and what's not. And the swing failure pattern is what we want to see on a smaller time frame to make an entry as well. And I feel like when the market opens and the CME gap creates, so price is going to come down, fill the CME gap, and then create the swing failure pattern probably latest by Wednesday, giving us that OTA, optimal trade entry, both for Ethereum and for the other altcoin I just mentioned now, WIF as well. WIF as well. Okay. So what could be our alpha for the week, SHIFU? What do you think could really do some sizable gains for the week? What could be I know you've talked about the market sentiment. I know you've talked about what is going on, what is taking place. I'm grateful for that, but I'm thinking of maybe a DeFi related coin I can buy in, I can ape in. What could be alpha for the week? So, well, here you go. How do I do this? Here you go, guys. Oh shit. Here you go. If you haven't, right? If you haven't bought in, this should do crazy numbers. Crazy numbers. Can you look how sweet and interesting this chart has been? It's been ranging for a long while, and we could start seeing a breakout this week on this token. I'm very bullish on this. I believe this is going to make new highs. I believe it's going to make new highs and new levels. The number is currently at 500k market cap as of the timing doing this video, doing this live stream. and I won't be surprised seeing it at 5 million market cap and even way more than it as well. So this is our alpha for the week, and moving forward, we'll always have one alpha for the week, at least one alpha in our crypto capital show live streams, whereby we say, okay, this token we're looking at it for this week, looking at it producing some level of profit or gains as well. So in the midst of the settlement, in the midst of what we're looking at for a bullish sharp week, this should make new highs, and this should send up as well. So I have a big bag of this. I bought this, and I have sizable position, right? A sizable position, and I may want to even probably add up on that as well. So SHIFU protocols is our alpha for the week, and we're looking at it giving us some really good gains. Minimum 10x, minimum 10x. So the minimum is a 5 million market cap, and above from there is when you start talking about bigger numbers like 20, 30, 40, 50x, and the likes of it as well. Well, you don't have to take my word for it. Like I always say, you can always do your own research, right? Nothing I say is financial advice. If you feel like getting on board, your choice. If you don't feel like getting on board too, that is up to you. But I am extremely bullish on this, and I believe we are about to see crazy numbers on this particular project and this particular token. And let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes from here. From here as well. What was the next thing I'm looking out for? So that's our alpha for the week, right? Now, what do I have as an advice for this week? I'm coming. This is our 5th slide. I want to be sure how many slides do I have here. Okay, I have just 6 slides. And the next thing is what is next, right? What is next? What is next? So basically this week, I'll be having live streams with those in the Bull Run group and the ETF. You want to make sure you are there, right? Do everything you can, everything possible to make sure you're in the Bull Run group or you're in the ETF. It's going to be a very great advantage for you. Be a very great advantage for you. It's literally going to help you a lot in this season where people are literally so confused about the market and do not really know what to do as well. And at least before the next private live stream we're having on the 5th, make sure you join in as well. But with that being said, what advice do I have for this week for you? What advice do I have for this week for you? So note this. The best entries, basically, they happen when nobody is paying attention. When nobody is paying attention. It is not when panic is at its peak or FOMO, in quote, is at its peak. In all you are doing in crypto, in anything, or should I use the word in life, especially crypto that is bringing all of us on this live stream right now, positioning is everything. I repeat, in all you are doing, always know that positioning is everything. You know, I've mentioned about positioning a couple of times. I've said a couple of things, and I've explained this maybe in various ways. But for the sake of me taking it as a key advice to take for this week, and it's going to guide you in everything you're going to do, I'm going to make a little bit of emphasis. For some people, it's going to be a light bulb, what I'm about to say. To some persons, whosoever this is for, it should maybe open your eyes. Now, you know, there's a saying we used to say that if you did not come out from a rich family, let a rich family come out from you. We used to always make that statement, whereby generational wealth, you be the one, blah 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 blah. Now, there's what we call the education of poverty and the education of prosperity. And most of us who came out from poor homes, regardless of country, tribe, religion, majority of us are victims of what we call the education of poverty. So most times we need to unlearn that and then relearn the education of the rich. And most times what I'm about to say, most people who come up from very, very poor background, like myself, who have been victims of the, should I use the word unconscious victim of the education of poverty, they end up learning what I'm about to say very, very late in life. Or maybe they never learned at all. The whole world as it is, because this is me trying to explain why I say in everything you do, think positioning is key. I'm about to emphasize and explain or expatiate on that statement because that's the advice for the week. But you'll be able to understand it clearly if I help to, should I use the word, help you unlearn this education of poverty now and relearn the right one. And what is it? That the whole world is the big Ponzi scheme. The whole world is one big pyramid scheme. We are in the world itself is one big casino. Let me use that word. Let me put it this way. It's one big casino. Where the world is one big casino. Such that people who bet on the right outcomes end up with generational wealth. The whole world is one big casino so that people who bet on the right outcomes end up with generational wealth. So predicting future outcomes is a big time, in fact, it's the biggest business in the world. Predicting future outcomes is the biggest business in the world if you are right. With the right knowledge, the right network, you can bet on the future value of almost anything. When I mean almost anything, we talk about ideas, for example. People bet on ideas. We talk about seed capital, patents, right? Intellectual property. These are ideas. Then we talk about financial instruments, forex, financial commodities, gold, currencies, oil, wheat, even crypto. That falls under financial category. Crypto falls under the financial category. Gold on the financial category. Currency, forex, financial category. Oil, wheat. People bet on all these things. What are we doing? For me, talking about okay, this is the alpha of this week. What are we saying? You're betting on the future outcome, the future value of these things. People bet on human capital, education, right? With education, what are you doing? You're betting and investing in human capital. I have children I'm training in schools, right? I have people that are on scholarship, fully funded by me. What am I doing? I'm investing in their future. I'm betting in their future, right? Education, loans, vocational training, celebrity endorsement, that's human capital. Even in technology, talking about startups, AI models, quantum computing, which I've mentioned a lot about. All these things, climate and resources. People even talk about the future outcome of water, right? Carbon credits. Talk about cultural artifacts. That's where NFTs comes in. Rare arts, collectibles. Now, to some people, this may be so far-fetched. To some persons, it's probably nothing. But to anybody who catches the light bulb of whatever I'm saying, they will have a very crazy shift in their understanding that will literally make them, within the next couple of weeks, couple of months, make so much progress in their financial life that they will be unstoppable. Because if all you know about betting, let me use that word, is the negative attachment to that word, then you are in a psychological loop. You're in a psychological loop. You're in a trap. And that conscious trap you are in is as a result of the education of poverty. But as I have explained just now in like a few minutes or so, that the whole world is one big casino. Elite players, great players, they bet on only elite outcomes. And when they win, they end up being paid in generational wealth. You want generational wealth? That's where positioning comes in. So what then is positioning? Positioning is simply paying attention when others are not paying attention. So you can be able to have hindsight, foresight of the right elite outcome that you want to throw your speculative bet on. Because if you win, you end up being paid in generational wealth. And that's why the past advice I keep on giving, like that was from like February, January, that less is more. Less is more. You could be jumping around, right? A lot of people do it in the crypto space. There's no harm, right? I'm not saying it's a bad strategy. People do that in a lot of people do it in a lot of crypto space. They just try to throw here. They are gambling, right? They don't anyone that comes out elsewhere. It's fine if that works for you, right? But if you're looking for generational wealth, this is the roadmap. Every single person. I just mentioned a lot of sectors, right? Finance, which we are in, we fall under the bracket, down to educational, human capital, seed, technological. I've mentioned a lot of things, arts, a lot of these aspects that people are involved in. Every billionaire in this world falls under one of these categories. One of these categories. So if you are in this category as well, always ask yourself is what is the edit outcome that people are not paying attention for, and how can you be prepared for it? A lot of people, like in the bull run, made a lot of profit and gains in the past couple of days and weeks. Why? Those not everybody, but those who have understood what I'm saying about focusing on edit outcomes. When you focus on edit outcomes, you have peace of mind. You have certain level of confidence. Is obviously there's a risk. You have certain confidence in what you're doing, and you just chill out because you get paid what in generational wealth. When you win, you really win. So that being said, that's going to be all for today. Someone asked a question, Shifu, what of Dodge? Okay, let me quickly look at that for you, and then we can call it a day. What of Dodge? Where is Dodge again? Where is Dodge? I think Dodge falls under the same thesis, right? Dodge falls under the same thesis, and the truth is we want to look out for. Let me use sorry. I'm using the daily time frame. Okay. So this is where Dodge falls under. Coming. This is the category where Dodge falls under. But what do we see and what are we expecting? Still more of a failure pattern, right? A failure pattern. So if you look, we're in a very clean bearish structure. Very clean bearish structure. So most likely Dodge is going to come down for today and go up. So you could see something like this. This is basically for the person who asked me. So you could see something like this. So when the market opens, so the first market, like I said, based on what you're expecting in Bitcoin, we want to expect the pullback first. The pullback should give you like a possible long entry to long a little bit higher, and then this is going to be short. But I'm not shorting right now. I'm not entering any short right now in the video as well. So no need to rush, no stress, and that should give you a proper explanation as well. But everything is just aligns with the Bitcoin sentiment as well. But until we get that level on Bitcoin again, we are not having any run for the, what is it called? We are not having any run for the bull run, right? Bull run is in from April, right? And it's just gonna be 6 month marks of craziness, right? So being the next one gonna be very crazy, very, 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 very crazy, very, 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 very crazy. But much positioning, right? And I've given us the advice for the week. So guys, it's good to have you all onto this live stream. It's good to see you guys, and I'm looking forward to see you guys again next weekend on the next Crypto Capital series. And although within the week I'm having a live stream for those who are in the bull run group and the ETF. So if you are not there, just try and make sure you can pay and get in on the platforms and connect, right? And just join in so you can maximize the opportunity there and make so much progress with it as well, especially with the updates I give back to back in that area as well. So we've quickly given us the advice for the week. We've talked about the alpha for the week. We've looked at the market projections and given the market sentiment, what is happening, why we're having so much pumps today, and what we're looking at to take between now and the 5th of March, and then what we should expect after that as well, and how we can also just scalp today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, and all together. Bye for now, everyone. Like we always say, the students be ready, the SHIFU we always appear. And when the SHIFU appears, what happens? The students will definitely always prevail. See you when I see you again, guys. Peace out.